Well, dear children, welcome to the social class. Today's class let us discuss about that India's relations with other country. Is here international relationship is a very needed nowadays. So how a family cannot prosper without the interacting with other family. Similarly here a country never get development or progress without interacting with another country. Already we discussed in the last class, international relationship and foreign policy is very necessary for every sovereign country. Yes, here international relationship is very necessary nowadays because of in this globalized and modernized period, this type of the relationship with other countries is very necessary and it is the need for every country. So, after the independence, India is also formed its own foreign policy and it fostered the relationship with the other country also. Yes, in today's class, let us discuss about that how India has the relationship with the other country. In our constitution, part 4th, under the article 51, that is under the article 51, international relationship and cooperation is discussed. Then afterwards, this international relationship is discussed under the directive principles of our country. Understand this? This is the brief introduction of this lesson. Yes, question will be raised likewise. So the type of the question is, nowadays international relationship is not a necessary, it is a need justified. Otherwise, nowadays international relationship is not necessary, it is a need. Give reason or why is it? Yes, you should write the answer is so that is a family cannot progress or prosper without interacting with other family. Similarly, a country cannot get the progress without interacting with other country. In this modernized and globalized period, the international relationship is necessary, not necessary, it is a need. Understand? Every country is not self-sufficient. A country depends upon another country for its development. So, international relationship is not a necessary, it is a need nowadays. Yes, then next question will be likewise. So, international relationship of India is discussed under the Indian Constitution dash. Fundamental rights, human rights, or directive principles, or a state government. Yes, you should write the directive principles. International trade is discussed under the article dash. Is it under the article 51, part 4th. Yes, this is the brief introduction of India's relationship with other country. Let us discuss about that relationship with the major neighbor country. Is India has the more major neighbor countries. On that, China is a very big country and it is very near to us. Let us discuss about that. How is the relationship between India and China? Yes, the relationship between India and China. Let us discuss about that. China is a very big country and which borders India. It is very near to us. India's and China's relationship is not new. Is it? From the olden days, we have the good relationship with China and China also have the good relationship, trade link with the India also. Is it? So, it is not new. India and China's relationship goes back for the Mesopotamia civilization and Sindhu river civilization. And Buddhism is originated in our country, but it is get the wide acceptance in the China. Is it? So, this is only evidence that how the China's and India's relationship is bonded in the olden days. Is it? Then afterwards, many Indian rulers had their trade link with the Chinese ruler. Is it? So, many Indian rulers had the link with the trade link with the Chinese ruler. So, likewise, India and China had a good relationship in the olden days. Is our Kautilya, he expressed his vision and he expressed an idea about the silk trade between the India and China in his work Arthashastra. That is, Kautilya explained the trade between India and China in his book Arthashastra. In the sense, Kautilya, he explained the silk trade. He discussed that silk trade between the India and China in his work Arthashastra. Understand this? So, India's and China's relationship in the olden days is very wonderful and very cordial. Yes, after the independence also, India's and China relationship is guided by Panchashila principles, as we discussed in the last class. Is it? So, both India and China become the sovereign country. Both are guided by the Panchashila principles. Through that, it fostered the international relationship between the India and China. Understand this? Yes. Then afterwards also we can see that some changes and vibrations has took place between the India and China. So, in the period of 1962, a war broken between the India and China due to the Tibetan crisis. Understand? So, what is the Tibetan crisis? Why India and China is fought against each other? Is it? Yes, for the purpose of Tibetan crisis. What is the Tibetan crisis? Is on the time Dalai Lama he came to the India for getting the shelter. So for the some more internal conflict is there in the China. So Dalai Lama is run away to India and he get the shelter in our country. Our Prime Minister is giving the shelter to Dalai Lama. For that purpose here the China thought against India. So what it is? It thought likewise that India is giving support for the enemies of the China. For that purpose, the war broken between the India and China in the period of 1962. So this is the main reason here the relationship is broken. In a sense, good relationship is broken due to the causes of Tibetan crisis in the period of 1962. Then afterwards also, insistence of the China. It is argued likewise, but it is Arunachal belongs to it. It argues always Arunachal Pradesh belongs to it is China. Especially Arunachal Pradesh is a part of our country. In a sense, Arunachal Pradesh is one of the part of our country, it's one of the state. But China is insisting it belongs to it. Is it? So this border disputes, what is this border dispute makes the some tension, contention between the India and China. Okay, then finally we can see that so apart from this border dispute and some misunderstanding, India's and China's relationship is very cordial and healthy. Then afterwards we can see that it fostered its trade link with the China nowadays also. Then afterwards it fostered the India and it fostered the relationship with the China after the 1980. In the period of the 1980, it started the trade relation with the China. Understand? We have the good trade relation. India and China have the good relationship. Then afterwards we can see that India and China are both highest populated country in the world. Is it? Both the China and India are the highest populated country in the world, and both the countries are identified as the leading economic countries. Leading economic countries in the sense they are fastly getting the development. Is it? Both are identified in the world as both countries are leading economies countries. Understand this? Yes. Then afterwards, in the period of 2015, both the countries are established the BRICS. Both the countries are established the BRICS. Understand? It is also one of the regional cooperation. About the BRICS, we will discuss in the last lesson of our political science international institution. Okay? So, this is all about the India's and China's relationship. Okay, children? I think you are understanding about the India's and China relationship. So, I explained very big manner because of this is asked in the last exam for 4 marks question. You should write all points. So, afterwards I will shown on the screen. Okay, points I will show on the screen. Yes, once again, here the India's and relationship is very cordial and very bilateral. China is a very big country which borders India. Okay, then India's and China's relationship is not new. It goes back for the Mesopotamia and Sindhu Valley civilization. Then Buddhism is originated in our country, but it gets a wide acceptance in the China. India's rulers had the silk trade linked with the Chinese rulers. Is it? Then afterwards we can see that after the becoming India and China sovereign country, so though both the countries are fostered the relationship, this is the guided by Panchashila principles. Is it? Then afterwards we can see that a war broken between the India and China in the period of the 1962 due to the Tibetan crisis. Is it? Then afterwards we can see that after the Tibetan insistence of the China, insistence of the China, Arunachal belongs to it is one of the main reason is the contention between the India and China. Then next point is in the period of the 1980, India fostered the trade link with the China, and 2015 both the countries are established the BRICS or regional organizations. Understand? This is all the points you should write for the 4 marks. Already we discussed about the relationship between the India and China. Let us discuss about that relationship between the India and Pakistan. We all know that how is the relationship between the India and Pakistan from olden days to now. Pakistan is one of the neighboring country to us. So it is not neighboring country. So it is one of the integral part of India during the pre-independent period. In the Act of 1947, Indian Independent Act 1947, afterwards both the country became the sovereign country. Is it? After the 1947 Indian Independent Act, after this both country became the sovereign country. Afterwards the relationship between the India and Pakistan is started. Yes, already we know that how is the relationship between the India and Pakistan. Let us discuss about that many more vibrations between the India and Pakistan we can see. Is it? So why? What are the disputes? What are the similarities? What are the agreements? Is it? Took place between the India and Pakistan. In today's class, let us discuss about that. Yes, many more disputes took place between the India and Pakistan due to the water sharing dispute. Is it? Water sharing. Then afterwards, second one is terrorism. We know that. Is it? Due to the terrorism, India and Pakistan relationship is not so good. Then finally, popularly we know that Jammu and Kashmir issue and border dispute. Is it? This is the main reason for the contention between India and Pakistan. Is here to foster the wonderful relationship and bilateral relationship with the Pakistan. Pakistan and India are entered the many more agreements to maintain a good relationship with each other. Is it? So it entered the Tashkent agreement, then afterwards Shimla agreement, then after Lahore Bus Yatra, then afterwards Agra conference is entered between the India and Pakistan to maintain the bilateral relationship. But for some reasons, some attacks are not give a good yield for this relationship, because of when they enter this agreement, through that both the country want to foster the good relationship. But here some more attacks are not give the yield to maintain the good relationship with each other. Yes, what are the attacks? We can see now. Yes, Indian Parliament, in a sense Pakistan attack on Indian Parliament House on 2001. Yes, we all know that Mumbai attack on 2008. Is it? Then afterwards Pathankot attack in 2016. These attacks are very harmful and it broken again. It brings the gap between India and Pakistan. Understand this? Yes, popularly we know that from independence to now also Jammu and Kashmir issue is a major issue between India and Pakistan. Now it is not resolved. Is it? Then apart from these attacks, disputes, then agreements, but India and Pakistan has a cordial relationship. and have the some similarities. Is it both country have the same? Quite natural, no? Similarities are quite natural because of Pakistan is the one of the integral part during the pre-independent India. Is it? So Pakistan and India has the some similarities. Is it? So it have its own cultural, have the mutual cultural ties and economic ties also, and mutual exchange also we are seeing, and good trade link. Both the countries have the good trade link in the varieties of field also we can see that. And in sometimes when the natural calamities are occurs in India, Pakistan gives helps to India, and when the natural calamities occurs in the Pakistan, India is also gives its help to the Pakistan. By this, India and Pakistan have the some more similarities. Is in the future, it is a very inevitable to us and also the Pakistanis to maintain the wonderful relationship. Understand this? So this is all about the relationship between India and Pakistan. So question will be raised by this topic is for the 2 marks or for the 1 marks is not very necessary. For that purpose, I divided this topic into the many more parts. So first one is a dispute. So what are the disputes between India and Pakistan? Is it? You should write that there is some water sharing dispute, terrorism and Jammu and Kashmir dispute. Then what are the agreements entered between the India and Pakistan? So you should write the Tashkent, Agra, Shimla and Lahore Bus Yatra agreements. Then what are the attacks? Indian Parliament House attack on Indian Parliament House in the 2001, Mumbai attack in 2008 and Pathankot attack in the 2016. Is it? You should write. And afterwards the question will be raised likewise. The type of the question is what are the similarities between India and Pakistan? Is both the countries have mutual cultural exchange? Is it? Then afterwards they have their own economic ties and they have the good trade relation with each other in varieties of field. Then afterwards both the countries are giving their help for the natural calamities occurs in both countries. Is it? So these are all the similarities. Sometimes they may be asked likewise, explain briefly about the relationship between India and Pakistan. So for the 4 marks means you should write all these points continuously. Understand?